Hi everyone, Steve Brown here, and what I'm about to show you will help your business grow and take the pressure of marketing your business off your shoulders. In fact, I will show you some evidence later that will blow your mind. Evidence of real local businesses achieving extraordinary success with simple but strategic marketing systems. Whether you became an entrepreneur through choice or circumstances, the one thing you always hoped for was to build your own business. A business you could be proud of, and a business that would let you have the lifestyle you always desired. What you didn't want to do was create a job for yourself. This often happens because you, the business owner, can't generate enough customers, clients or leads to grow and build your business. And this in turn makes it uneconomical for you to run the business, and you actually end up in the business as an employee. So my one aim with this free training is to show you how to achieve a constant flow of new customers, clients or leads for your business using an all-in-one local business marketing system. I will show you how to, with 5 steps to building your own local marketing system. You will learn how to strategically set up a semi-automated marketing system that requires little or no marketing skills. A system that will only take you 20 to 30 minutes per day. And a marketing system that provides a constant flow of new customers or new clients. Because client acquisition or new customers is the lifeblood of any business, and the one area of running a business that on the surface appears to get more complex every day. And to compound that, most business owners have never received marketing training or any other sales skills, and yet expect to build a business. Well, the good news is you're going to cover some of that in these free videos. But before you do, let's understand what it is you're trying to achieve. It is hard enough to run the operational side of a business, dealing with customers, dealing with clients, ordering stock, dealing with the staff, or even if you're a one-man band, manage on your own, depending on the size of the business. You have to deal with these operational issues as well as marketing your business. Now, I hope you picked up on that last sentence, marketing your business. And I don't use that term lightly, because that is where so many small business owners go wrong and spend so much of their time and energy trying to drum up new customers or clients to keep their business alive. Wouldn't you rather have a strategic plan that delivers a constant flow of new business so that you can concentrate on building your business? Well, that's what you are about to cover. A simple 5-step plan that once implemented will have your business work for you instead of you working for your business. Now, before you get started, I want to emphasize one thing. This isn't some kind of magic pill. It's not some get-rich-quick formula or any other kind of lottery win. What you are about to see and implement in your business will help you generate cash flow and profits for your business. So, who is Steve Brown? Now I'm not going to bore you with all of my history, but I do think it's important that you know something about me. So very quickly, I joined Ford Motor Company as an apprentice, but I always thought I wanted to be in management like my father, who was one of the managers in the plant. And because I was young and impatient, I left Ford's to join a retail company that sold car parts to the public, very similar to Halfords. And within 3 years, I was the regional manager for South Wales and was responsible for 16 retail outlets right across the whole of South Wales. But the workload was destroying me and my young family, so I moved into direct sales. And anyone who has ever been in direct sales will know how hard it can be, especially when the direct sales you're actually in is the financial services industry, where all you're selling is a promise and a piece of paper. And I was in direct selling for 8 years, but an opportunity came up to, to go back into Ford Motor Company, and I knew that when the opportunity arose, I would be able to go back there and eventually get into management. And this happened, and I spent the majority of my time there as a supervisor, helping run a plant with an annual turnover of $200 million. As a hobby, I was in partnership running 2 jazz and blues cafes. The theme was high quality coffee, and we'd have jazz and blues bands and music playing in the background. And I was also a C licensed football coach, helping set up and run the ladies and girls football teams at Swansea City. I started online as a hobby and set up sites selling other people's products as an affiliate marketer, before helping some local friends who had their own businesses but didn't have a clue how to market online. And from there, it just exploded. Now I have local business clients, I run workshops for local business owners, I speak and train at various local business events, and generally just love working with local business owners and local business clients. So I don't want to bore you anywhere about me. Let's just focus on you and what you're going to learn. I've already said you are going to create a 5-step marketing plan. So what do I mean when I talk about a simple 5-step marketing plan? Well, as we've already stated, you want a plan that will make your marketing easier. In fact, what would help you enormously is if your marketing enables your products or your services to be found easily on the internet, has people talking about you and building your brand in your town or your city. It builds a community around your business of repeat buyers, people who are giving you referrals and new customers, people who talk about your business positively and with enthusiasm, and you want it to deliver a constant flow of new sales. Isn't that what we all want? Well, that is what these training videos are all about. For any business to be successful, you want your potential customers or your clients to find you easily when they decide they need you. You want to build a business that has a good reputation, where people are talking about your business for the right reasons, and quite often the real reason for poor service or delivery is because you are under strain from cash flow and from marketing and operating the business. So once you start having lots of new business, the extra cash flow starts to help with the negative matters, because now you can afford to employ staff or employ more staff, and your business starts to develop. But it is the marketing and the new business that helps all of this to develop. Throughout any of my presentations, you will constantly hear me using the phrase, build a community around your business, and your community will build a business around you. And as you cover the 5 steps to an endless supply of new customers or clients, you will see how important that phrase is to you as a local business owner. One of the biggest problems we all have is noise. There's so much marketing going on that has reached saturation point. You only have to look at all the different marketing channels out there, and you soon realise just how noisy it's become. We've got TV, you've got radio, you've got local radio, newspapers, magazines, direct mail, flyers, coupons. And these are just some of the offline marketing strategies that local business owners use. Then we go online, to the web, to the internet, and it's just as noisy. You have Facebook, you've got email, you have online classified directories, you have Twitter, you have pay-per-click, and these are just some of the marketing channels. You'll see how you can easily use these later, but I just want to quickly mention one of these channels. This one here, pay-per-click. Now, we're not even going to cover pay-per-click in these training videos, but I will show you how easy local marketing can be. I'm going to show you some real accounts later, and you will be astounded at what you see. How many leads for so little money, and I find it frustrating that local business owners miss out on easy business. But we'll look at that later. We were talking about noise, and we've only scratched the surface. If we carry on looking at online marketing channels, we have video marketing, Bluetooth marketing, mobile marketing, new social sites such as Pinterest, networking sites such as LinkedIn. So where does all of this noise leave you? Look, I could go on, but the message I'm trying to get across here is that with so many ways to put a message in front of your potential customers, where does all this noise leave you? And I'll tell you, confused. Quite simply confused. And what makes it worse is that this is changing all of the time. Take what was considered the #1 marketing channel, television. There have been two massive changes due to the power of technology and to our attention spans, which have diminished greatly due to all of this noise. I want you to take a moment and think of your own habits, because I, like many others, will now record my favourite programmes onto my Skybox. I do it because I work hard, my time is precious, and it is far more convenient for me to sit down and watch these programmes when I'm ready. What I love about watching these recorded programmes is that I can skip through the adverts, and what would normally take me 1 hour to watch now only takes up 40 minutes of my precious time. Does that sound familiar to you? Is that the sort of thing that you do or you know people do? Because technology is putting the power in the consumer's hands. So companies that have always used television as their main form of advertising are now seeing diminishing returns. Which is what brings me on to my second point. Have you noticed how the advertising on TV has changed? The call to action on many of the television adverts is now to get you to interact on their social media channels, such as Facebook. Why? Because once they have you on their social channels, they can get their message to the market more effectively. And this is also important to local businesses. And you will see how, when and why in the 5 steps. But are you getting the picture that the old days of if you build it they will come, it's gone. If you want a profitable and successful business, you have to market your business. But you also need to be able to market your business in a way that doesn't drain your time or your money resources. And you'll see how you can achieve this in all of these free training videos. Interestingly, there was a recent report carried out by the Kesley group, and this report was conducted at the end of last year and asked local business owners what they were spending their advertising budgets on. And for someone like myself, who works with local business owners, it made very interesting reading. And I'll tell you why after you have looked at these figures. And what I want to emphasise is the report included 45% of small businesses where there's either just the owner or 1 or 2 employees. In other words, very small business. One-man bands, people who've only got very small crew. So these are real and relevant figures to any local business owner. So we had people spending 35% of their budget on Facebook advertising. We had 33% of people spending money on emails. We had 33% of the people spending money on online classified directories. Print classified directories, 32% of the people spending money there. You had local newspapers or local magazines, they were spending 31% of their budget on that sort of advertising. 18% on getting Twitter going. Only 13% on pay-per-click. Now the reason I found these figures so fascinating and revealing is because in my experience of working with local business owners, they miss great opportunities to grow their business due to their lack of understanding how online marketing works. I don't blame them. After all, no one has ever shown them. And we'll be putting some of that right today. So let me share with you some of my reactions and thoughts to the figures in this report. People are spending 35% of their budget on Facebook advertising. Now let me say at the outset, I love Facebook advertising for local business. I think it's a very powerful medium when it's used in the correct way. But I don't believe for one moment that these people use Facebook advertising in the right way. Because the problem with Facebook advertising is it is notoriously hard to convert into customers. And when you think it through, it's obvious why. Because Facebook is a social site, and the people who use Facebook go on Facebook to engage and interact with others. They're not looking for anything. They weren't searching for anything. So any advert that they see, it's an interruption. Think of it as the same way as reading a magazine. Magazines are full of adverts, but the readers purchase the magazine to read the content. And any advert they notice is by chance, it's an interruption, so the conversion rates are much lower than Google AdWords, where the user was actually searching for something on Google. So when I see a figure of 35% using Facebook advertising, I know that much of that is wasted money, wasted advertising with very little conversion. That's not to say I don't recommend Facebook advertising. Quite the opposite, in fact, as I always recommend my local clients to use Facebook advertising, but we use it in a different, more profitable and strategic way, which we haven't got time to go through here today. Then I look at the email figures, and again they tell a story. They quote in here just over 33%. Local businesses in the UK are well behind the US when it comes to using marketing channels such as email, because email is such an effective channel. You only have to look at the major players and the marketing channels they use. I'm always saying to my local business clients, don't reinvent the wheel and look at what the big boys do. Take Amazon, for example, the biggest seller on the internet. You buy something, and then next thing you know, you are receiving emails from Amazon on a regular basis advising you of items that you might find interesting because you bought an electronic device today, and they start showing you other electronic devices in that same niche. In fact, they know email marketing works so well that they can afford to lose money on your first purchase, knowing they will make money over the long term, because once an Amazon buyer, always an Amazon buyer. Now, I'm not going to cover all of these figures again, but this last figure, the one for pay per click, clearly demonstrates to me how much help local business owners need. If you were a business selling nationally across the UK and asking me if I thought spending money on a Google AdWords campaign was good, I would probably say no, unless you had a good sales funnel with a good back end. And without going into too much detail, a good back end means you have a way to make money off the customer long term, so that you can afford to lose money acquiring the customer. Hence my previous comments about Amazon. They can afford to lose money on the initial sale if necessary, as they know they will make repeat sales over the long term. A local Google AdWords campaign is totally different. And when it's set up right, it's so profitable. So only 30% of people, only 30% of a budget being spent on it, it's criminal. I said earlier that I'd show you some success stories from local marketing, from real businesses achieving real results. Take this client, for example. I protected the name of the person and the business for confidentiality reasons, but you can see by the tone of the email, I only work with people that I know, like, and trust. And I like to enjoy working with my clients. This lady sent me this email the other day after we'd set up a local Google AdWords campaign. I'm actually doing some other work for her, but Google were kind enough to send her a couple of Google AdWords vouchers. So we decided to set up a quick campaign rather than lose these vouchers. Now, the one thing I should say here is that this campaign was set up very quickly and using only one main keyword for one of their product ranges, because I was doing a lot of other work for it and we didn't really want to spend a lot of time doing a full campaign. And her email reads, "Hiya Steve, sorry for being quiet. It's been fab here, really busy. Trying to get time to do this website. I'm finding it a little difficult, but I'll get there. I have attached our product of the week, which they're putting up every week, and we're promoting a product on Facebook and would like it to be put on the website also. I've done a tab for it, but not too sure how to upload this image. Please could you do it and tell me how. She has been inundated with inquiries and telephone calls from a Google AdWords campaign. She was apologising for not providing me with some information that I required for her marketing campaign. But she had been so busy taking these phone calls inquiries after the launch of the Google AdWords campaign. But what about the cost? Can she possibly make a profit? Because everybody knows Google AdWords are so expensive. All it cost to drive real customers who parted with money, was £62 for the month. And don't forget, she wasn't even paying for this because she had 2 Google vouchers worth £100. But even if she was, she only had to sell 2 items to be in profit. And as you can see from the figures, she had 86 visits to her website. And for a local business, that means real people and genuine inquiries. Talk about target marketing, guys. I'll give you a second example from a company that hires out tool hire equipment in South Wales. After our first meeting, we decided that a Google AdWords campaign would be one of the marketing channels we could use to drive customers to their business. Without going into all the detail, because we haven't got time for this here today, this business had a website that was excellent for the consumer, but it was actually lousy as far as Google was concerned. And what I mean by that was their website was basically one page. But when you arrived on that page, all the equipment and the prices for hiring the equipment was displayed. It was a drop-down box, nice and easy to understand. Which is why I said it was great for the consumer. But it was lousy for Google AdWords because Google was going to be looking for relevancy and quality. And of course, a one-page website couldn't deliver that. So we created a few more pages as landing pages so that our campaign had some keyword-rich pages that we could target. Now, I don't want to detract from the training that you've started here today. I'm just trying to demonstrate why local business owners need some guidance and help with their marketing. Because we agreed a monthly Google AdWords budget of just £100 a month while they tested the water to see what happened and if it would work for them. The campaign had been running for about 2 weeks, so I decided to ring them up to see how the campaign was working out for them. And although I'd asked them to track every phone call they'd received over the next couple of weeks to see if their campaign was going to be profitable, when I did call, they couldn't give me a figure because they'd been too busy. What's more, they actually asked me could they keep the budget to just £100 because they wouldn't be able to cope with any more business. And if you take a close look at their figures, you will see that they are paying just £89 per month to be too busy. Now, I'm not covering Google AdWords in this 5-step training, but I wanted to show you that this video, this report shows you how local business owners need help with their marketing. And now that I've shared these 2 examples, you can see why I can see local business owners need help. I know, just by looking at this report, that local business owners are desperately in need of help to cut through the noise and through the confusion. And they need some guidance to help them focus on what will give them results, the results that they desire, so that they can enjoy their business. And that is why I've put these 5 steps to achieving a constant flow of new customers or clients, these free training videos. And this is just one small part of what you can do to grow your business. So now that you have some background, let's dive straight in and put these 5 steps into action. If you want to learn how to put together an all-in-one local business marketing system for free, the 5 simple steps to building your your own local marketing system, how to strategically set up a semi-automated marketing system that requires very little, in fact no marketing skills at all, and a system that will only take you 20 to 30 minutes per day. and it's a marketing system that provides you with a constant flow of new customers and new clients. The following training videos are totally free, and all you have to do to access them is enter your name and email address below this video to gain free access. They're free, guys. I really want to help you put together your own local marketing system that will deliver a constant flow of business so that you can grow your business and get on with your business. So I look forward to seeing you in the first of these free training videos. Put your name and email address below, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.